is Poland joining GCAP, the Global Combat Air Program? While most media outlets have handled the related news with care and responsibility, we've seen other, shall we say, less scrupulous sources try and take things a little further. So in today's video, we look at Poland's stance towards GCAP, relevant news on the program, and what we can look forward to in the weeks and months ahead. So getting right to the question of the video, no, Poland has yet to officially join the Global Combat Air Program. As we noted at the introduction, many reputable sources have made it clear that the European nation is only looking to join and is in talks with program members about its intentions. In contrast, you can see here that some social media pages have stated that Poland is definitely joining the program as of late March 2026, and well, that's just not true yet. By the way, if you're ever interested in finding out where we get our information from, we always try to include links to our source information in the video description. But it's no surprise that Poland looking to join GCAP is potentially big news. There has been a great deal of interest in new/future fighter jet programs across Europe, especially in this day and age, where Europeans are hoping for more choice and strategic autonomy away from the United States. While programs like FCAS and GCAP were established a few years before the current US administration, current geopolitics and international relations have underscored the need to have more control over military firepower. As reported on March 21st by Polish public broadcaster TVP and its international offshoot TVP World, Poland is in talks about joining the British-Italian-Japanese GCAP project to build a sixth-generation stealth fighter. The country's position was made clear through Polish Deputy Minister of State Assets Konrad Gołota. Gołota added he had spoken in recent months with representatives of the Italian and Japanese defense industries and that there was indeed a willingness to continue discussions on possible Polish participation. Explaining Poland's position and reasoning, the minister was quoted as saying, "Today we need to make up for some delays in this area because over the past decades we have not produced aircraft in Poland, so our aviation industry requires development." On the other side of the table, it's reported that Britain's Defence Secretary John Healey has stated that London is open in principle to expanding the programme to additional partners. Speaking to the UK Defence Journal, Healey did not confirm any discussions with Warsaw, but acknowledged that the programme is attracting wider international attention, and told the journal, "We've said in principle as three nations that we will talk to other nations that have an interest in the GCAP programme, potentially as future partners." And despite Poland revealing that talks have been taking place, Healey framed any such engagement as limited and exploratory, and in fact stressed that the program remains firmly centered on its three core partners, saying, "This is a program with three countries at its core, Japan and Italy alongside the UK." Healey went on to tell the UK Defence Journal there are already 6,500 engineers working on the GCAP program. It has a real momentum and foundation which, understandably, other nations are looking at. We've said in principle, as three nations, that we will talk to other nations that have an interest in the GCAP program, potentially finding out more, potentially as future partners. The UK's position, or at least the position of the nation's Defence Secretary, is logical. There's a core group that's already been formed and momentum on the project is tangible. To add another country into the mix at this point, giving it the same level of input and decision-making power as the others, could just throw everything into chaos and disarray if not managed carefully. Focusing again on Poland, the website Euractiv highlights that following a change of government in the country in 2023, there was reinvigorated cooperation with France and Germany. Indeed, Poland's defense minister later expressed openness to joining German Franco defense projects. However, it's also well known by now that progress on the French-German-Spanish Future Combat Air System, or FCAS project, has stalled due to a dispute between Paris and Berlin, as well as their respective aviation giants. Indeed, attempts to find a solution have so far been unsuccessful. At the same time, it's not like GCAP is running super smoothly. Sure, it's seemingly progressing better than FCAS, but has seen some cooperation issues as well. At the end of January, the Italian Defense Minister Guido Crosetto lamented that the UK is not sharing relevant information needed to advance the project. On the other side of the world, it's been reported that Japan has been frustrated by the UK's lack of budgetary commitments. Speaking to the Financial Times, one source involved in the GCAP was quoted as saying, "Frankly speaking, it's a terrible situation," referring to the project delay caused by the UK. So that's where things currently stand with GCAP, the program that's intended to deliver a next-generation combat aircraft sometime in the mid-2030s, one that is to replace the Eurofighter Typhoon in British and Italian service and Japan's Mitsubishi F2. At this point in late March/early April, various media outlets have reported that in addition to Poland's interest in the program, Germany and even India are eyeing participation. While all of these countries would bring something different to the table, it makes sense that there should be different levels of participation for the program in order to avoid unnecessary infighting and potential delays. But what do you think of Poland's interest in GCAP, and what do you think the country brings to the table that would make it an appealing member in the program? Let us know what you think by leaving a comment.